although mighty persuasive, given the situation, as you say that and in your conversation, you highlight to her the shovel. She looks over in the direction and then looks back at you to see John is carrying her shovel. As she begins to kind of move towards you.
John, the shovel. Welcome to System Exploration by Unfortunate Ones. I'm Sav.
I'm Nix.
I'm Graythorn.
And today we are doing our session 1, maybe only session, for now, exploration of Mörk Borg.
We are playing the a pre-written content from the website. This is called Graves Left Wanting by, I think it's Carl something. The description will be in
I'm not sure I tagged it in the description, but we should. Yeah, who wrote the adventure?
Yeah, I put it in there. I put the link to it. There is no, the way the website works, there's no direct link to the single adventure, but I put to the content and then by the creator and what the title of it was. But yeah, this is a pre-written little one shot that I'm going to run you guys through.
Cool.
Everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
Can both of you give me a D6 roll?
2. Should we introduce our characters as well? Or is that going to be part of it? Okay.
There's a moment where you guys can look at each other.
Sure.
I also got it too.
Well, could you give me another roll?
3.
All right. I'll go with Gray. Gray, you wake up in utter blackness, with a splitting headache. You are unsure of where you are, even what your body's position is. You don't really even hear anything. You have vague memories of rooms filled with rotting fat and meat. A statue of an overweight woman with eyes of gemstone. A stream of sewage and filth. A fattened king. What do you do in this moment?
You said the room smells of rotting corpses?
You have these memories.
I have the memories. And I stand before a statue.
That's a memory of you standing before a statue.
I don't think he's described the room that you're in. He's only described your memories.
All you can see is utter blackness.
Okay.
You're in a pitch black area. You're not even sure where your body ends or begins. You just have a splitting headache and you have these memories of things. You have these memories of a room filled with rotting meat.
I reach around to see if my body is still there.
As you begin to send the signals to move your hand, you do feel your hand moving and you can kind of start to touch yourself a little bit. You do get the sensation of your body. You feel it in this darkness.
Okay. Try to get to my feet.
As you start to kind of lift yourself up, your head hits something.
I press forward against. I feel around for what that something was.
As you lift your hands up, about maybe a foot, maybe maybe like a foot, your hands press up against something hard. You kind of pat around. You feel an edge to your left and to your right. And you feel the walls to your sides.
And when I feel above my head, I imagine
there's a hard surface that you feel.
I imagine wood.
What was that?
Is it a wood surface?
You can't really tell.
Is it cool to the touch as if it would be stone?
It is cool, but not of stone. It doesn't have that slick nature to it. And as you begin to rub, you do get that sense of grain. You do get that little bite back when you kind of rub your hand across wood.
Mm-hmm. So I'm in a coffin.
Who knows? What would give you that impression?
I drank so much I thought I was dead. I put my hands against the surface in front of me and push.
You begin to push. As you strain against the surface, it feels heavy. And it feels like as you push your back against the now realized bottom of this thing that you're in, it feels like it's almost impossible for you to lift whatever the thing in front of you is.
Okay. Then I start knocking.
All right. You start banging. And as you start banging, Sav, you begin to hear this banging noise, this tapping, and you wake your eyes up and you suck in dirt. And as you kind of lift your way out, you realize that you're half buried. The front part of your body as you lift up is now out of dirt. The lower half, a leg sticking out, the other leg still inside the dirt. You look around and a repugnant smell bites at your nose. Moonlight, the color of sour milk, bathes you in the pit you find yourself in. Surrounding the edges of this pit lays a soupy fog whose tendrils creep down into the pit. As you look around, there are half-buried bodies, coffins, all around you. And to your left, you hear a banging coming from a pile of dirt.
I am only half buried in dirt. I'm not in a coffin.
You're not in a coffin. You're half buried.
And there are other bodies here.
There are other bodies here.
Sure.
And there are other coffins here.
With a sense of being in danger, not knowing where I am or why I'm here, I hear the banging. Immediately, my mind would go to, that's one of these bodies, someone that is also alive like me, needs help. But before I'm going to tend to that, I'm going to pause and look around and listen around for danger. So I'm also going to look at that fog. I need to make sure I'm safe before I go saving anybody else.
All right, give me a D20 roll.
Me first. It's a critical failure.
It's a critical failure. Nothing. There's a movement in the fog, but the fog. You don't get a sense of anything else crawling around the edges of this pit that you're in. You sit there listening to the knocking. Because are you just knocking?
Sort of like knocking / struggling against whatever I'm stuck in.
Probably beyond every once in a while you hear the knock. You do see a little bit of movement and shift of this dirt as it kind of, something underneath it is trying to press its way out. That seems to kind of overcome your ability to try to sit in the silence and realize what's happening around you.
Realizing that that's too loud and distracting to be able to do anything about, I'm going to keep an eye on that fog as like on my hand, well, at first pushing myself out of this half buried position, but keeping very low and like crawling, almost belly touching the dirt, crawling over to where I hear that knocking, but my attention is not on the knocking. It's again on the fog, the tendrils kind of creeping in as I slide over dead bodies, seemingly relatively unbothered by being in this muck and dead bodies and whatnot, as I rather crawl through and over dead bodies than stand up.
Yeah. And you get a similar sensation. You have a headache. You feel, even as you do this, every once in a while you're kind of abated by a little bit of nausea and kind of shake your head off as you continue to do the thing you're doing. And you also get those vague memories of rotting flesh, fat, pots of rendered fat. You move towards the sound.
I will slide over to that sound and still keeping my eyes out on the fog. I will reach my old wrinkled hands down and start sliding the dirt off of trying to unbury that. It's probably a very slow process because I am laying down while doing it.
As you do that, it takes you a little bit of time, and
I'm also trying to do this very quietly.
Gray, is you in the intermediary of you knocking and then pushing, in one of those transitions, the push feels a little easier. And for you, as you're moving the dirt, it moves a little bit underneath you. And as you both continue to do this process, you move it enough dirt, Sav, as Gray, when you go to push this thing above you, it moves. And it begin to move this top of this coffin and the remaining dirt off of you, and you are exposed.
I will immediately scurry away from it and just watch. No longer looking at the fog, now looking at whatever might rise from this coffin.
Do you classic hands across your chest?
Yeah, rise up directly from the hips, hands to shoulders.
From the ankle. Raise.
Organs playing in the background.
Yeah, you raise your head up above this coffin, seeing the same image that Sav had seen. And you, Sav, you see somebody you recognize.
Who do I see?
You see somebody that you remember going on a previous adventure with. Maybe this is where that some of the memories of the meat, the rot, connect with. What does Sav see rising out of this?
What's your character's name?
I haven't thought about one. I was gonna...
There also, I forgot to do this, but there is a table of names. If you guys want to skip the naming thing, you can rename yourselves.
What's the movie where the guy makes a bunch of names off of things he sees in the room? But I don't think that'll really work because I don't think Sauceaholic Spice Lord.
I'm looking around the room. I don't even see. What? Oh, okay. Sauceaholic Spice Lord. Okay, I get you.
John Mörk Borg.
My name is John Mörk Borg. Pleasure to meet you.
That's John.
John. Okay. What do you look like?
It's supposed to be like an apothecary, right?
You're a version of that. You're like almost like an alchemist apothecary. You create these vials and concoctions that you have at the ready.
Average height. Say dark hair, blue eyes, fair skin. Has that sort of halfway noble, still a peasant merchant kind of look. Has one of those I don't know what the hats are called, but like the floppy kind of hat.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like a beret?
Kinda.
Okay.
Like a medieval beret.
Sure.
I don't know what they're called.
And as you get up and you look around, you see hiding, or does he? I don't know if you're actually using your skills, but...
No, I just kind of like on my butt scooted back away from it, scared of what might come out, relieved to see that it is John.
You see a relieved face.
Aegis. A somewhat older man. Very scrawny. Probably sun-weathered and wrinkled, making me look older than I actually am, but still fairly late in my years. Dark hair, but fading. Relatively not clean-shaven. So like scraggly beard and whatnot. Relatively spry as you see me spring back onto my butt and away from you as I scoot away. You may have memories that definitely ring true in this moment as I, in fear, scoot away from you in whatever we did with that Fatten King. Someone that is constantly pushing past their own cowardice. And this is a moment that you see me in that cowardice. Pushing past it to save you, but clearly nervous and scared in this moment. Like I said, older, wrinkly, my fingernails somewhat blackened with dirt under them as I use that to dig you out, but also I just always have dirt under my fingernails. Relatively poor looking individual. You imagine not someone of nobility like yourself or like half or merchant, someone of the streets. And dirty.
Do you want to take a moment to interact with each other?
I'd probably just sit there silently, to be honest, as you get your surroundings, probably breathing a little bit heavy, but quietly as much as I can. And otherwise feeling relieved that a monster didn't just come out of that.
Look around. What are we drinking again?
This doesn't seem as drinking to me. My memories are plagued. I think whatever we did ended us up here. Or down here in this pit.
Well, I remember nothing but disgust. Where are we?
I don't know, but we are surrounded by bodies in a pit and fog that creeps down into it.
I'll try to get to my feet this time.
Okay.
I'll take a look at the pit, the fog.
You're standing. I'm still laying down on my back right now.
As you stand, you get a little bit of the edges of over the pit that you're in, and you see what could only be described as the top edges of almost every direction of what would be the top of graveyard markers. Crosses, tombstones, various shapes. Every once in a while, you can catch the movement of some sort of carrion bird. To the west in this pit, you do see a ruined tunnel.
We're in the pit.
You are in the pit.
Okay.
Oh, is it a very large pit?
It's big enough to house a decent amount of bodies, the coffin that he was in, and the place that you were slightly buried. But there are other corpses. There are other bodies buried in here.
No, I understand that. But like the fact that I hadn't seen that tunnel, I imagine the pit's very big then.
I just, out of narrative choice, I didn't describe the tunnel. But you...
That's fine.
Yeah. I would say you're probably in a, let's say 15 foot like diameter.
While he's doing that, I'm going to pet my body. Is there anything on me? Beyond my own possessions that I know about?
The last memories you have of what you would have been carrying, you do have some amount of stuff on you. You have what's on your sheet.
Yeah, but anything
But
beyond
there's stuff that you remember having. There's some other items that you remember carrying. You did have a scroll. You did have a couple of other things on you that you can't seem to find.
Wounds?
No wounds, no obvious places where your body reacts, where you flinch instinctively at touching a soft spot. No scars that you can obviously tell other than the ones that you remember already having.
I thought killing the fattened king would save us, but it seems it has put us in some other hell.
I'm not entirely sure what happened there. I look around. How many corpses are around here?
There's a decent amount.
Do I have my sword on me? I assume so, yes.
Yes.
I'll take the sword out and poke at a corpse.
Do we recognize any of the corpse?
No. And as John goes to poke, there's no reaction. You poke into a corpse. You may have done that before in your life in terms of investigating whether or not a corpse will react to you, but nothing. It is just a dead body.
I am confused on how we got into a mass grave like this.
Where is this mass grave?
Look around.
You look around and saw a graveyard.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet.
Well, here. We're in it. We're buried here. Interred.
Do we live in a city?
You have at points in your life.
Previous to the Fat King, to my memory.
Yes. I mean, the village that you were in
Village? Okay.
that was associated to where the Fattened King was.
Are we in the village or in the wilds?
Well, I don't think a graveyard would necessarily be in the wild. You said I saw graveyard markers, right?
Yeah, you're kind of a little bit low. If you kind of got closer up to the edges of the pit, you'd be able to see more clearly around you.
And how deep is this pit compared to the higher ground beside us?
You guys are down about 10 feet.
Is it a steep pit or is it like a circular?
It's mostly circular pit that you're in. Not very steep. Like it's not like it would be, it would just take you a little concentration to be able to go up, but it wouldn't be challenging. But like go up the edges.
It's like climbing up the edge over at Sov's dad's place.
Yeah. It's like you just have to be wary of your footsteps, but it wouldn't be something I would make you roll.
Okay. Up there then. And I'll,
Wait.
yes.
I'm going to take my sword. I'm going to move over to one of the bodies and callously dismember it to remove a hand. And then toss it into the fog. Does anything happen?
As you do, nothing happens.
And then I'm going to crawl my way over to John. All right.
Well then, only way out is up. I'll begin to climb up and out of the pit.
And as you guys ascend ascend up to where the surface is, there's a little image on this thing. This is kind of what you would see, which is an almost endless sea of grave markers, slight hilled areas where there is just more gray, more of this fog, more graves, more of this fog. You immediately, both of you, have some semblance of what you're in as you see this endless sea of graves. You are in Graven Tusk. Only heard bits and pieces of this. As you look around to the east, there's something you recognize. It is the Shadow King's manse, his palace.
The Shadow King.
And off to the east, it looms, almost ever present. Could both of you give me a d6 roll?
4.
I also got a 4.
Stop it. I'll reroll this time. 6. 4 and 6.
I mean, you didn't need to, but I could give you it.
Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry.
You, Gray, what you know about Graven Tusk is you've heard stories that the dead sleep well to a magical instrument music in Graven Tusk. Whatever that means, that is what flashes in your brain. That the dead sleep to a magical instrument. You Aegis. You know, and as you've already been kind of playing to this a little bit, is the mist of Graven Tusk plays tricks on your mind. That's something you've heard about Graven Tusk. But this is a place known to the world. This place has been abandoned, as far as you're aware, since the ruination of the Shadow King's palace. But for the most part, it's almost a bit of a mythical place to both of you.
Do we know anything about the Shadow King?
This is the Shadow King has his like courtiers and his followers that still protect him, and he still controls his manse and his palace. But he's very secluded. The place is home to people who choose not to leave it or have no other choice but to stay. But it is a dangerous place. There are the Shadow King's men will come out and grab people at night, and they'll disappear. You don't know what happens. You hear that there are rituals that take place. You hear that there are sacrifices that are made. You don't know much else about the Shadow King's palace and his domain.
Is there anything else in sight? Is there an end to the graveyard, or do we feel like the only place to go is that palace?
Nothing that you could see now outside of the sea of the graveyard is immediately visible. No other standout marker.
Good deeds go punished. I should have kept my head down.
Saving your own horse isn't a good deed. Or is it? One of the two. We'll figure it out some other time. As for now, we need to figure out how to get out of here. Though, it does not look like there are much options.
There's nothing to the north, to the west, and to the south, and doom to the east.
All salvation?
Your optimism makes me think you are not long for this miserable world.
Not so much optimism, more, realistic choices. Not everything can be bad, I think. I did poison that one guy accidentally, though. Lost me a customer. Became known as a purveyor of poisons, though.
Is there any call to move towards the ruined palace?
You don't feel anything specifically that calls you. You get its sense of its looming presence.
Yeah.
To the east. Nothing calls you to it, and if anything, your memories or what you do know of the place would be
deterrent.
This would be a place I wouldn't choose to go to. But given the options you have, maybe it is a place you go to. You can always go back to the pit and just
we could
go
always
back
just
into
try and leave the grave,
Yeah.
to the south, to the north, to the to the west.
Yeah, you can move in any direction you feel.
Okay. I don't wish to know what being a servant to a Shadow King might feel like. We should leave this wretched place.
All right. Which way do you suppose we go? Graveyards to the north? Graveyards to the west? Graveyards to the south?
Are there any mountains or anything?
There are no
It's just
outstanding
endlessly
distinguishing feature.
Okay.
There are hills in some directions, and there are slightly elevated places, but nothing that stands out as like a hill or like a mountain.
Well, there is no call to go in any direction, so I would suggest the opposing direction of that damned place. West.
Further away it is then.
Keeping low, but still standing now. We'll start moving west. And I'll be looking at every single gravestone, every single movement of this mist, every potential pit. I'm a very cautious person.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make a roll or anything. I'm just
As you move,
constantly scanning.
as you move, you're in an endless sea of names. Some stones, some grave markers don't have any names. There's nothing remarkable about them. But just an endless sea as you walk through, some closer to each other than others, and even as separate as they can be, still right next to each other. Barely enough room for the bodies underneath to have the space for a whole corpse to lie under. About 5 or 10 minutes of you walking in west, you look behind you and the palace still looms. Doesn't feel like it's changed in any size, distance away from you. It is still to the east.
Are the names repeating?
The names don't repeat. Could you both give me, one of you give me a D4 and one of you give me a D10?
1 on the D4.
3.
3. Let's see. Okay. As you guys continue this walk, you hear a noise. You hear off and to your right the sound of digging into the dirt. You, laying relatively low, don't see it right away, but John, you see off into the horizon, a little bit of ways, you see dogs, mutts, digging into the dirt. As you walk, they seem passive. They don't seem to see you. As you get a little closer, one of the dogs lifts its head and looks up at you, looks in your direction, gives a little snort out, and then continues its digging. Continue to move?
Mm-hmm. Probably wider berth.
The next 5 or so minutes don't seem to change anything. But at the edge of your field, you begin to see a tree. Over the horizon, as you're walking towards it. Large tree, several stories high. Big branches. This tree, huge, long since leafless. Its groaning branches wheeze and creak as the wind blows, carrying the chilling air of decaying flesh. Dozens of hanging bodies sway on the branches. Loose nooses invite new bodies to join the tree. As you begin to walk up to this tree, the next newest thing around you. In the center of this tree, you see a rickety ladder that leads up to a tiny little wooden door in the center of the tree. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna go put a hand on that ladder, see how rickety it is.
It's rickety, but as you pull and tug on it, it supports your weight.
Okay. I'll look to Aegis. Nothing else to do then? I'll start climbing up.
John begins to climb.
I don't like it. I'm not going to say anything. But as we start climbing, just whispering to myself as I look around these hanging bodies as we for no reason climb into a tree.
This is
The
Halloween.
dead.
This is Halloween. Halloween.
The dead swing and watch us make mistakes.
Aye, but a tree is high up and we can see the land better.
Perhaps we can see an end to this graveyard.
Exactly. How high up does the ladder go to the door? How high up is the door?
About 15 to 20 feet.
Okay.
You climb?
Yep.
The ladder and the door itself are big enough, only big enough for one of you. And even when you get to the door is only big enough for you to crawl through. You get to the door. Do you attempt to open it?
Mm-hmm.
You open it. And in this...
She's gonna open it. Just 1 second. I'll be like, what are you doing? I thought we were just looking around.
I am. And I'm looking inside, too. You can look around.
It's gonna look at these bodies as they watch us make mistakes.
They aren't going to unhang themselves now.
You don't know that.
You open this door.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that the tree is hollow inside. And you see a long rope that goes all the way up to a point you can't see, and all the way down to a point you can't see.
Okay.
Big enough area for you to get in and hold on to the rope.
When I grab the rope, does it feel like it's tied at two ends or tied at just the one?
Like, can you pull it up at all?
It doesn't feel like the tension is from the bottom.
So it can
But
be
you
pulled
can-
up. It just can't be pulled down.
As you pull down, even when you pull down, there is a little bit of give to it. And as you pull a little bit down, you kind of, as you, wary Aegis, look around and you see that some of the branches and some of the trees sway a little as John pulls on the rope a little bit.
Well, there's a rope. It goes up or down. Not sure where to.
And you intend to find out?
Well, what else are we going to do out here in the middle of a sea of graves?
Perhaps I would have been better off if the Fat King had killed me. I just kind of gesture for you to do whatever you're gonna do. I'm not gonna walk around the grave by myself, so.
Oh, you would probably... No, go ahead. No. It'd be later, depending on the direction you go.
Hmm. Odds up, even down. Odds up.
As you go and set your weight on this rope and begin to climb, as your body begins to drag down this rope, you, Aegis, on the outside, notice that the tree begins to move and the branches begin to sway even more as the tree almost seems to be putting on a marionette show of these corpses dangling in the wind and in the breeze.
John,
Yes?
this rope seems to be attached to the branches in the hanging then.
Well, that's nonsense.
They sway as you climb.
Are they? Would I be able to, how high up did I go?
Not very.
Would I be able to lower myself back down to, like, the door and
Yeah,
see
if you could
what's
put your
going on?
feet kind of at the edges of where you were.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And just pull a little bit.
If you kind of position yourself to kind of hang your head out a little bit as you, with your strength, begin to pull, you seem almost like the tree's puppet master. As you put on this macabre display of hanging bodies as they swing their arms and sway as you tug the rope on this tree.
What do you think would happen if we released the rope
Well,
or severed it?
I don't think much would happen. It's, the weight is at the top. There's nothing at the bottom as far as I could tell.
How heavy is it when you pull up?
How heavy is it when I pull up?
It doesn't feel like it. It's about your body weight to kind of move it. So your tugging on it it's effort. It's
No, up.
Oh, up is nothing. Up is you're essentially moving up the rope. Down, it feels like it's 50, 60 pounds of resistance.
Well, any ideas?
If it is anchored at the top, then perhaps there's a way out at the top that we can see out of the graveyard. I suppose we climb.
We climb then. I'll continue climbing.
You
As
join?
soon as there's enough room, yeah, I'll join.
As you guys begin to climb up into the hollow of this tree, you're losing more and more of the light that you had from the open door. And as you're climbing, you begin to kind of feel in some of your climbs as you go up, you feel a little bit of rub on the side of your body as the hollow is narrowing. You begin to climb further till you kind of hit your own head as the hollow has gotten to the point you can no longer climb your way up.
Well, there's no way up. Time to go down.
You wish to go beneath the tree.
Have you any better ideas?
We can continue to walk. The grave must end eventually. Our hopes were to see something at the top. I think if we go beneath the ground, we're not going to see much. But if you are curious enough, we can.
Well,
When we get back to the door, though, I would switch positions.
of course.
We climb back down.
Are you guys exiting the wooden door, or are you?
I am, and then when he gets a little bit further down, I'm getting back on the rope.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna climb all the way down.
Yeah. I'm letting Alchemy Man go first.
As you begin to lower yourself, you begin to hear water, brushing water, passing water. It gets louder and louder. You begin to smell the water in the air and the rush of this water. It's crashing. It is a force. And as you look down, there's some amount of light. You could see what's underneath you. And you see a stone floor that this rope is just dangling and moving above as you kind of pass underneath the tree, underneath the hollow of it. And you can jump down. As you do, you see that you're in a stone tunnel. Ice cold droplets splash against the warm stone that you are now in. Your words are drowned by the pitch black water crashing through the stone tunnel that you see to the north of you, the northwest as it moves diagonally. You look up and you see your friend Aegis still climbing down this rope. To the north is just more stone wall. To the south of you, you see a tunnel that leads to an archway. And above you is that rope. And you have, to your northwest, you have the flowing river. And as you climb down the rope and you
Sorry, is it pitch black or can he see me?
you could see into this. I thought I said that, like, you can make out what's in here. It's not pitch black. But as soon as you got out of the hollow and into the space of the stone tunnel, you could see.
Okay.
There's more light coming from the stone tunnel or the tunnel in the archway.
Is it like akin to like a sewer or something?
Yes, essentially. As you step down from your rope, you see the same thing. It is a little loud in here because of the rushing water.
Less choices down here. I don't think we are going upstream.
No, but it's a quick trip downstream. Not sure where it leads.
How violent does the water look?
Pretty violent.
Probably won't last that adventure. And we got that path over there.
Oh, there's a pathway as well. There's a walkway.
There is the what was it? It was a tunnel to an archway.
Oh, okay.
And beyond the archway is more, a little bit more light.
Well, better than drowning or being bludgeoned by a tunnel.
Yes, and being chased down by dead corpses unhanging themselves.
What? What are you talking about?
Your lead.
I'll walk down that tunnel towards the arch.
As you walk down the tunnel, closer to the archway leads to a bigger room, probably about this room size. Oh, a little bit bigger than this. About
A 15-foot room.
about 20 feet. 20-foot room. And as soon as you open into this room, it is hot and humid in here. There's a rancid sweat that clings to your nostrils. There's debris and grave-robbed goods that lie haphazardly all over the ground. In the corner of this room lies an occupied throne of trash and would-be valuables. Roaches, meaty and otherwise, scurry and sit on the shit-stained floor. But you see a man that lies on this throne of trash.
Alive?
As you look, you see that he opens his eyes and looks up. Haggard hair, dirty skin, overgrown. There are some blisters and boils of unkept, unwashed skin. As you see, he opens his eyes towards you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Travelers. Lost.
He gets up and goes, "Ugh. Lost. Well, what brings you here? To my lair, to my kingdom."
Point to John.
Mere curiosity at your tree above.
Well, it is decoration.
Did you hang those men?
I did not. It's part of the graves. I claim the underground. These are my roaches, and I am the king of them. Eventually, one day, I will make a big enough one that it could fly me out of this godforsaken place.
You have yet to find a way out then.
I have not. I have been looking for years. Well, now that I have new companions, maybe we could find a way out. He kind of like shambles his way up off of the throne and kind of like tries to pat off an awfully dirty and almost like starch robe that he has on himself. Most of it doesn't flex and move.
Yeah. Have
Wow.
you traveled the waters?
No, though that river will take you away. It is a tough beast. You will crash into something.
Do these tunnels go deeper?
The water cuts it off. It amputates this tunnel. There's no way beyond it. Anything you put on it will just be sent downriver.
So there is the water, and there is back up to the tree only.
There is that way. As he points west, you see a tunnel that leads to this room as well.
Look over at John. West is not east.
Indeed. Lord
King.
King.
Yes.
Have your name aside of title?
Well, some call me the Roach Herder, but I am the Roach King.
Roach King, then. Are there any other people out there that you know of? Any
Survivors of the graves.
I had me and my companions, but they've long perished.
How have you survived?
Well, the roaches feed me well enough. I often eat the weaker ones, the smaller ones. I breed for the biggest. Would you like some?
Am I hungry?
As you think about it, you could eat.
Perhaps when we become more desperate. Can you speak to these roaches?
I have tried many times, but not there yet. Working on it.
How prevalent is magic in this world?
You had on your person, you had one of the scrolls.
Scrolls, right, yeah.
You know that there are other people who are more gifted than you are, but there is a level of magic that is pervasive in this world.
I would like... I don't get any sense of malintent from this Roach King. But I do want to know how insane he seems. In this fucked up world, perhaps he is the king of roaches who do truly put work into keeping him alive. What the fuck do I know about it? I've seen worse.
How are you attempting to do this?
Just analyzing his words and trying to gather if he sounds crazy when he talks, or if he seems more genuine. Does he seem like his mind has rotted from this time here, or does he seem like he's the only one that's been able to figure out survival?
There's a level to his general unkept hygiene, to the shit that kind of marks around the ground, the smell of this place, that although you are having a conversation with him, there is a level in which he's probably been here for a very long time.
Did the water smell rancid?
The water did not smell rancid.
So
The
he
water
could have been bathing this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, this guy's a little fucked up. He seemed fucked up. He is fucked up. Doesn't mean he's not an ally. What is John's demeanor in this conversation?
Neutral. This is sort of like this is an odd person, but he's also the only person that we've come across.
If we were to head west through those tunnels, would you accompany us, or do you intend to stay here with your roaches?
I could take you west. That would be fine through the tunnels, but now that you are here, and if you're interested in carrying me along, we can go to the Undertakers. I know where they are. They can secure us a way out.
Why have you not done this before?
Well, the graves are dangerous for a single traveler. As you walk the graves, sometimes things lie in those graveyards. It's dangerous just to wander about. And now that I have companions, we could make it there. The Undertaker will have a way out. They bury people here. They move them across the land, and they know. I think their shovel also has some sort of thing that helps them.
I look skeptical. If you were to look at me, John.
Do these tunnels lead anywhere? Or?
The tunnels lead to a catacomb, a corridor of bodies all along the walls.
And have you explored these catacombs?
I have.
They do not lead out?
All places lead to the graves.
And, how far is the trip to the Undertakers?
From here, I could get you there in 20 minutes.
And your friends that were here?
Yes.
You did not know of the Undertakers then?
Well, they passed before I could find where the Undertaker was. I have been here for a long time. In my explorations and running about, I have found a rather reliable way to get to the Undertakers. But they have long since passed since I found that.
Again, I'm going to ask, what is your demeanor? Because I don't want to say anything that's going to ruin any of these possibilities, but I do have things I want to ask.
Still neutral. Maybe slightly confused at the prospect that he didn't, if it's only a 20-minute travel, then...
And he discovered it on his own.
He discovered it on his own.
He knows it leads to them.
But he didn't make a break for it.
And where are the bodies of his friends?
He's old.
I'm not going to say anything that would ruin it.
Well, as far as I know, you're the only living soul of humankind. If you would be so kind as to lead us to the Undertakers, we will accompany you there and have strength in numbers.
Grand. Yes, finally escaped this horrid place. Kind of goes back to his throne and kind of grabs a couple of things as he prepares himself. He's like, well, for you to the rope we came. He kind of begins to walk towards the tunnel.
The stuff that he grabbed, was it all of his stuff or some of his stuff?
There is such a haphazard amount of like graved robbed things that he grabbed an assortment of stuff.
Here's the big question. Did he look like he grabbed the stuff that he'd be willing to forever depart with? As in, did he grab like rations for a long journey? Did he grab any weapons or anything like that? Like very, what specifically did he grab? And I'll be explicit. Did he grab enough stuff where it seems like he's going on a 20-minute trip? Or did he grab stuff that seems like he's departing from the graveyard? Do you get what I'm saying?
Sure. You see that he grabs like what looks like a barbed whip.
Okay.
That he's had, and he just kind of ties it to his side. He grabs a couple of other miscellaneous things, like nothing that seems to you that stands out as extraordinarily useful. He seems to kind of walk over to an area where it looks like there is a level of roasted kind of roach bodies. Various sizes, some bigger than others, as he kind of grabs a couple of them and stuffs them in pockets, and he looks back at you and nods, and then he grabs a couple of more.
Okay, so he's grabbing rations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Begins to make his way towards the archway in the stone tunnel that you guys came.
As he grabs piles of roasted roaches, John, you'll see me relax a little bit.
We can 99th percentile this right now if you want to.
As you guys begin to go, he goes to... You guys follow.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to the rope, kind of gives it a little bit of tug. Begins to climb his way up the rope. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Who's first following?
I let Aegis go first.
Okay.
It is a stink.
Yeah.
It is a smell coming off of this man.
Yeah.
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 But you follow.
Doesn't bother me.
I ride the bus. I'm used to it.
I am gutter filth. I am gutter scum, and it doesn't bother me.
As you reach the wooden door that was left ajar, and he climbs his way through, and you see him as his bottom of his feet kind of leave, and you hear him
On a ladder.
struggle down the ladder.
Follow?
You follow, and you exit into the graveyard. In the graveyard, he looks around. He looks off in the direction of the palace, and he kind of wiggles a little bit and kind of and he gives a little nod, and he begins to walk.
I'll follow. I will slink back a little bit, only to have a bit of space to be able to talk to John. He packed enough that perhaps he intends to leave the graveyards. But his friends were nowhere to be seen down there. It is a 20-minute travel that he says cannot be done alone, but he found it alone. He may be selling us to the Undertakers. Also, their title to me indicates that they do not free people, they bury them.
Well, an Undertaker is supposed to bury the dead. We're not dead. Surely we don't belong here.
There are 1,000 ways to change that.
Sure. And I'm sure we can kill them as well, if we need to. You said something about their shovel. If we can't, we take that and run. Remember that tunnel back in the pit? That might be our way out.
I agree. And him mentioning the shovel is a big indicator that perhaps he is either right or crazy and not trying to get us killed.
Maybe he knows more about this place than we do.
Well, he has been here longer. That is clear from his garments.
True. I know nothing about this place. Save for the tale that some sort of instrument calms the dead or something like that.
Mind your thoughts in this fog. It is said that it plays tricks on the mind. Continue walking.
One of you give me a D10.
2.
About halfway through this allotted time that he gave you, he goes, stop. He kind of pushes you to the side. Like, down. Kind of slinks down. As you see this kind of ghastly form rise off into the edge, as this wraith raises itself up, walks, moves, floats off to the side, not seeming to notice you. As it moves away, you see him kind of begin to slink his shoulders and hutch down, looks back at both of you and sees that you followed his command.
Oh, when he said get down, immediately, like in the graves, dropped to my belly.
I imagine he's probably even a little confused as he looks around to see where you are, kind of losing you for a second. Looks back as this wraith moves. Probably about 5 minutes, it kind of moves off at the distance. Looks back. All right, let's keep going. Gets up again. You guys begin to move. Near the end of this 15, 20 minutes, you begin to see at the edge of your vision a stone hut with a thatch roof. walls covered in creeping vines. As you get closer, the intermingled smell of wet lumber and rotting flesh invades the air. You see piles of logs, dozens of barrels, and half as many freshly made coffins lay about outside of this area. And as you get closer, you see a robed woman's body lay in an open grave. Beside her, a worn shovel. Light flickers and flees through the cracks of the closed, shuttered windows of the hut. And as you get closer, you hear muffled voices from inside.
We see a shovel.
You see a shovel, you see a body, and you see a shovel.
I'm gonna place a gentle hand on our king's shoulder,
Kind of flinches a little bit at it.
and I will point to the shovel. Is that one of the magic shovels?
I don't know. I don't know why. She seems to be dead. I don't know who's here, who could have killed her.
Is she the Undertaker?
That is the Undertaker.
And those inside? She is the only Undertaker that you know of?
She's the only one I've known of, the only one I've seen. She always, when she sees me, she yells at me and throws stuff and beckons me off.
A great ally for us to use to get out of here.
I think we only needed her shovel.
I'm gonna pat the air to both of you, like, wait here. And I would like to hunch down very low and go grave to grave, hiding behind headstones and get closer and closer. I'm trying to sneak.
Sure.
Up to this dead body and shovel. I will look over at John as I begin to make my departure. Are you okay with me doing that? Okay. Is the outcome uncertain? Do I need to roll?
I think with your skill set and what you're doing, I think you're cautious enough to be able to make the movement without necessarily needing to roll.
Okay.
But you begin to move closer.
I will keep a few feet distance from... Do I arrive at the woman?
You arrive at the woman.
I will keep a few feet distance away from her. Does she look wounded? Does she breathe?
You see a corpse. You see a body.
She dead.
She dead.
I'll creep over to the shovel. I will touch the shovel.
Seems worn. Seems old.
Does it seem magical?
Nothing stands out as magical from just you touching it.
How close am I to this hut?
Relatively close at this point. You can make out the words, some of the words being said.
Sure.
You hear, all right, Stein, yeah, we're going to need some wood for the fire. You get the wood. Benson, go make sure, see if there's any clothes, see if there's anything we could use for warmth. Fine, I'll get the wood. Who made you the leader? Well, we should rest for the night.
Do they sound human?
Yeah.
Grab shovel. Does it seem like I need to... You know what? I'm gonna get into a hiding spot first because it sounds like they might start moving.
Sure.
Once I am in a decent hiding spot, I'm gonna use the shovel to dig a little bit of dirt. Does anything happen?
As you lift the shovel, you do get a weird sensation as you hold it and as you're about to hit the ground with it and move the dirt. You do get a weird inclination, a sense to look east.
I look east.
You look east. The manse, the palace of the Shadow King, feels closer than it's ever felt this entire time that you've been here.
Don't love that. I will take the shovel and sneak my way back to the group.
You do?
The voices inside are going to start moving soon. They seem lost as well, like they are seeking shelter. I don't know why they killed the Undertaker. I'm going to drop the shovel in the middle of the three of us, and when wielding that item, the Shadow King felt closer than before. I don't know that this is salvation. Feel for yourself.
I'll take the shovel.
As you grab it and then lift it with both hands, you get that same sensation to look east. And as you do, you've only walked the surface of the graveyard a couple of times. One to the tree and one away from the tree. Every time the manse has just felt ever looming. It's been this distant thing on the horizon that hasn't changed. It is like a parallaxed object that is just still point. And as you look over, you almost feel its presence upon you. It is closer. It feels closer. It is closer than you ever remember it being.
On a more optimistic note, perhaps it is not that Palace is closer, but that the graveyard is smaller in wielding that.
When I look around, does it feel like the graveyard is shortened in any direction except for the east?
The sensation you get is only to the east. Does it feel like there is a shortening of this sea of gravestones? In every direction, you still just see an almost endless parade of these gravestones, tombstones, markers.
Okay. Well, unless Roach King, unless you know of any other Undertakers around.
I don't. I just know of this one and the shovel. That's what one of my allies said before his passing, was we must get to it. We didn't know where the Undertaker was, but he told me the shovel was the key.
Well, it seems our only option then is to head east with the shovel in hand. Unless we wish to stick around and find a new way out, but I'm sure that those ones over there inside that building may be looking for a way out as well, and seeing as what they did to the Undertaker, I'm not sure they'd be so kind to us.
Or perhaps they know something we don't. A reason why they killed the Undertaker?
Well, you said they are going to be moving soon for shelter, correct?
I believe they intend to take shelter in this hut.
Well,
they may have been traveling long, and they are going to find wood to burn to create warmth.
do you wish to speak with them? I do not think it would be a good idea. But that is just me.
Between the danger of the unknown and the danger of desperate people, I am going to look towards the west. Wait, the west? Did you pitch the west or the east?
East.
As in walk towards the palace?
Yes.
Oh. If they are hostile, perhaps that would help you against them. Though I imagine that would have been true of the Undertaker. What do you expect to find in that palace?
Well, if you think about it, the place is called the Shadow Manse and the ruler is the Shadow King?
The ruler is the Shadow King. The manse is just another name for the palace.
Okay. If the shovel were to point us in the direction of the manse, and the Undertaker, who wields the shovel, I assume on a daily basis, has the exact same feeling that we get when we hold it. Surely there's a connection between Undertaker and the Shadow King. Now, if wayward travelers who found themselves lost in the graveyards were to kill a servant of the Shadow King, would it not be best to inform the Lord of the land that one of his own has been slain? And that there are people out there who deserve recompense?
Perhaps trying to wander out of this place is futile, and only the Shadow King can pardon those lost in his graves. Perhaps hunting and killing one that has wronged him would be a bargaining chip. I'll look over to the Roach King. What say you?
You kind of see he's kind of cowering a little bit, like beneath you two as you guys are talking. All I know is the Shadow King's palace is not this place.
I'll look back over to John. I will look east. I will look back to you. Look at the shovel. Look at you. And nod.
To the east, then.
As you guys solidify...
Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
At least there are no hanging men to watch us make mistakes now. Our foolishness will be unnoticed.
As you guys solidify your plan, the air around you grows suddenly chill. The ever-present sound of buzzing flies seem to grow strangely distant. The hairs on the back of your neck stand on edge as the fog swirls around you, and you hear... And rising, floating a few feet above the ground, is the body of the Undertaker as it lifts from its grave. Face is gaunt, eyes sunken and filled with a mad purple fire. Runes begin to cover the robes and swirl around its grim feet. Wait. Oh. The Undertaker. Sorry. That was more of explanation towards the DM than it was. Yeah. As it wails out and cries out, and it lifts its hand and points in your direction.
Can I respond?
Sure.
I will point at the cabin. How close is she?
She's probably about 20-ish feet from you.
Those who took your life and now shelter in your cabin are but 20 feet that way.
Okay. You say that?
Yep.
Both of you roll a d6. One of you determine who's going to be the initiative. The one who's going to determine the initiative of the group.
You could determine the initiative of the group.
Okay. 3.
3, 5. So, what's the group initiative thing again? You guys begin first. Your initiative 5, so you go first on the turn, on your guys' group turn. Then John, Greywill, and then the road trader. But it is your turn. You guys are in initiative.
Sure. Does it look like she reacted or understood at all what I had said?
There is some level of her head kind of,
Sure.
and the eyes flickering in that direction, but she still seems to kind of acknowledge your guys' presence.
That's fine. I'm going to keep my finger pointed in the direction of the cabin or the hut and say, "Those are that have wronged you. We wish to return the shovel and news of your departure to the Shadow King. Leave us to let your master know what has happened." I'll use my turn to talk if that's what's necessary.
Sure.
Is there like a persuasion check or something?
Let me see. There is one of your
Presence?
abilities. Yeah, presence, I believe. You can make a presence check. Give me a d20.
18.
18. Although mighty persuasive, given the situation, as you say that and in your conversation, you highlight and you bring about the idea, or you highlight to her the shovel. She looks over in the direction and then looks back at you to see that you are carrying,
He's carrying.
that John is carrying her shovel. As she begins to kind of move towards you.
John, the shovel. I assume that's my turn. I did a lot of talking in a check.
Yeah. Right after you, all of you hear voices and the door open up. What the hell is oh my God! And you hear, Stein, Agra, she's back! And then it was John. So it was Aegis, sorry. I'm always just going to mispronounce your...
Forever, every single game.
Yeah, I know. It's unfair.
It's like an easier name, too.
I know. I literally wrote it down in a way that I could remember how to say it.
Use a J. I saw you mark it.
I did. But as they...
real quick, last note on that, while I told you to use a J. I for sure spelled this with the G.
No, I wrote
You shouldn't.
I wrote it with the G. Yeah,
you shouldn't.
You're
incapable. If it's not phonetic...
I thought I could get it.
You need to learn
head.
the phonetic alphabet and start writing down names
you need to stop pointing out that you have the item of the enemy. That's what you need to do.
I mean, I would assume she would want it returned to her master.
But you, the people inside the hut, you see and you hear them kind of rushing about and beginning to exit out of the shovel with one of them looks to be carrying a short sword. Behind them, you see someone with a staff and the other one with a crossbow.
And the shovel is big enough to contain all three people? You said exit out of the shovel.
Sorry, exit out of the hut. It's a genie. It's a magic lamp.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing, John?
Part of me wants to throw the shovel
You can?
beyond her and at the people.
Yes!
So I'll do it. What do I
Okay.
gotta do for that?
Just give me a strength test.
Oh yeah, it's a really good number right there.
You have good numbers?
No. I suppose -1 and 0s are good numbers in this game.
Do you have any positive numbers?
Can toughness be negative?
Mine is.
Then I have positive and toughness.
Okay.
12.
12. You rally up your strength and throw the shovel. You get a good distance on it. The Undertaker was about 20 feet from you. You get the shovel about halfway between. You throw the shovel about 10 feet, a little bit past 10 feet away from you and towards the Undertaker.
Does she look to have a change in demeanor at all?
The purple fire that's kind of behind her eyes does kind of seem to drag and glance down towards the shovel. Yes. Generally, it still is an aggressive aura, but you see that the attention isn't in your direction because you guys have the shovel, but it is now a little bit slightly towards the shovel, and some darting to the group that are exiting the hut.
Okay. I'll look to my compatriots. Let's slink into the cover somewhere and see if anything changes. Better them than us.
Okay. Do you begin this movement without them?
Yeah.
Okay. You begin to move the roach herders behind you. And then you see the Undertaker move as they go and grab the shovel, hold it in both hands, and they turn their direction to the people that are now exiting the hut.
Fuck those people.
And once they're done killing them, you gotta turn around to kill us.
Yeah, but she only gets one action, so we can get out of here.
Let's see. She seems to just get to the range of these other group of people. It is the next round. Aegis.
Didn't you say the king was gonna go?
He moved with
Oh, okay.
Group initiative.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here.
you both, or you follow.
Probably gonna go in the near direction that they are going.
Are you going further beyond?
I think we're going east, right?
We're just moving away.
I will move away, but not right next to them, and I will get very low and hide behind gravesites. I'm gonna stealth.
Okay.
May I roll?
Sure.
Uh,
Do you have any of your bonuses apply?
So I have stealthy, which changes the which gives a -2 to the DR.
Yeah. So you have a 10.
Hmm.
It's-
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
11 on the die. And what is stealth? Agility?
Yes.
Okay, so 11 total.
Still succeeds with your ability. And I imagine you probably get into the dirt and the filth and the mud of it all in the graves.
Well, in that case, it will take a DR 16 presence for them to find me now.
Yeah. Yes, you successfully hide. You successfully maneuver yourself into the grave. Is the goal of your group to wait out what's happening in front of you?
In my mind, yes, because I think we need the shovel to get out of here. And if she can just come back from death, maybe when she's done settling her vengeance, she might be normal. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm just trying to live, so I'm looking at him for the plan.
You
From hiding.
in the place where you are hiding, you see the Undertaker and these three people fighting. Crossbow. One of these people has a scroll on them that they use. They seem to call to its power to use against this Undertaker. Arrow sling. There is she massively swings wide with this shovel, uses it as a pull-on, swings it about, misses a couple of times, strikes down one of these people. There's this back and forth. She is getting hit. hits another one, doesn't go down immediately, but she continues to go. You see as they're fighting, you see several hands pop up from the ground as they grab onto one of the injured group and seems to drag them underneath the dirt. Last one surviving seems to begin to flee and run away, but the Undertaker moves to it. Faster than you would guess their movement to be. Brings them down with the shovel. As the bodies stop moving, she wheels around and looks off in your direction. Begins to move towards you.
Towards
your
our
group.
I will forgo my turn and wait. If it is my turn.
Yeah.
Because I'm hidden.
Yeah, you start.
Yeah, I will forgo my turn and wait and see what they do.
I will look to the Roach King and to the, I assume, pile of mud out there that has a person in it. All right. She might not care for us as much as she did those others. But don't make a move until she makes a move. If she fights us, there's no going back. Then I will stand like this. Be like, hey, I'm unarmed. Don't kill me, wrathful demon lady. I only got 3 HP.
As you do that, and she moves closer towards you, nothing about her presence, her movement, her intention seems to shift. She seems to be overcome by the want and desire to put bodies under the dirt. She is moving towards you, the shovel in hand, ready, willing, gripping, moving towards you. I will give you guys your turn to go again.
Grab the king. Throw him at the ring.
Is that what you're going to do?
No, I'm not near them.
Oh, okay. Well, it is your turn.
It's our turn again. No such thing as a held action, I imagine.
No.
Fuck. I don't have any projectiles. I'm torn between two things. Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna breach my cover and draw my sword.
Are you going to move towards it?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna move in and make an attack.
Make your attack.
Damn it. The other thing was to wait and see what happens because I don't want to die, and also that would mean that he gets hit first. Character's a coward.
Yeah.
Also, this is his plan. It's to wait.
Yeah.
But seeing that ire in her eyes doesn't seem like that's going to be helpful. What is this? The strength, right?
Yeah,
I believe
it's a
melee is
strength
strength test.
Yeah, and it's a D12, or it's a 12 DR.
Does a critical one hit?
Oh, fuck. What is the critical?
A fumble on an attack, my weapon breaks or is lost.
As you go to swing with your sword, you swing at this Undertaker, and as your sword begins to make contact with these runic robes that she wears, you see this flash of pale fire that seems to just light up, and your hand moves away, and you see your sword just drop to the ground, superheated.
It's like melt a bit.
Not melted, but it is heated now to a point where you can't grab it, can't touch it.
Sure.
And if you know, knowing maybe anything about metallurgy, it would probably extremely brittle at this point if you were to let it cool to touch and were to try to use it again.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I will just stand there looking at, I imagine she's taller than me, as she towers over me with extreme fear and cowardice in my eyes. I had a moment of bravery, and now I am just paralyzed with fear as the next thing that happens is going to be me dying.
John?
I'll shout to Roach King, get that shovel off her. And I'll take my sword and I'll go and go stand beside my cowardly friend. I believe it is a D20 versus D12.
Yes, it's a D20 versus DR of 12.
I'm imagining
4.
standing there.
4? Oh my goodness.
I'm imagining standing there looking at her, making anime noises.
As you see behind you, the Roach King, not getting within the same range as you all, being outside of the range and using his whip, makes a swing at the Undertaker. This is cursed. This is crazy. It's a 2. That's wild. He misses with his whip. It is now the Undertaker's turn.
Sav hounded out the Mörk Borg dice.
TPK.
The ability is called Rest is Now. Let's see. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so let's do. It's a strength roll I got to do with the Roach King. Oh, nat 20, good. As you see, she props up the shield, and you see these hands reach out and grab at the Roach King. As they reach towards his legs, he kind of pops up, almost seeming to maybe have recognized this before and escaped it. He shuffles away and kind of cowardly moves back a little bit, but that is her turn. That is what she does. It is back to you, Aegis.
I do not think that I can outrun a polearm or a wraith. And in one last moment of bravery, I'm going to try and grab onto that shovel.
Okay.
Remove the weapon from the creature. What is this? Strength?
Mm-hmm.
Critical success, baby. Critical success, baby.
Yeah, as you reach up to it, and as you muster your strength in this moment, that bravery that filled you, then fled you, filled you again. As you reach out, and not a lot of strength to this corporeal corpse that is fighting you. Still resisted, still heavily resisted, but you got it in this moment as it used its ability to the Roach King, and as it reset its hand, you were able to time it right, where you grab the shovel, and you have the shovel in hand now.
Okay.
John?
Attack.
Attack.
$13.
13 will hit. Give me your damage.
$4.
As you hit for 4, or as you swing with your sword, that fire that consumed Aegis's blade. I said, yeah, sorry. I don't know why I can't. But as the fire seems to rebuke your sword a little bit, you still strike through. You still strike clean. You deal damage to this thing. You gonna do anything else?
Mm-mm.
Roach King goes. Roach King tries to use his whip again. Ooh, 17. What was... It is... Oh, he has a D6.
Oh.
That's a 6. Wow. The same thing happens as he uses his whip, where there is the fire that seems to reflect some of the damage off of whatever seems to be making contact against the Undertaker, but he does you see that whip carve into the spiky roach whip seems to kind of rip through some of the robes. It kind of cuts through some of the runes on this Undertaker. The Undertaker seems to kind of this form seems to kind of wince and react to this hit. And that is Roach Herder. It is her turn. What is that one? She bellows out in anger to this hit, and she begins to swing wildly with her fist, swinging about, hitting. This is random. Hitting Gray, hitting John. Give me a defense roll. You are rolling against a 14.
Now, is there anything added to this? Is toughness added to this?
I don't remember.
It doesn't say on the sheet if it does.
Defense is your agility.
Agility?
Yep.
Nope, 12.
It's like a dodge.
12. Yeah. You take a d6 of damage. 2. Do you have any armor?
Yes, I can roll a d4 against that.
You roll a d4 to subtract against that.
Oh, wow. Must be nice to have armor.
3.
3. So you take a powerful hit from her fist. It deals no damage. Your armor protects your life from ending in this moment. As you take a deep breath in, she knocks the air out of you.
Does armor get degraded when it gets hit?
If
On
it gets
crits.
critically hit.
Ah.
That is her turn. Back up to you, Sav.
Smack her with the shovel.
Smack her with the shovel.
For a 14 to hit.
14 hits.
What am I rolling damage?
D6.
D6. 1.
The fires against this shovel seem to kind of, you ride the wave of the flame as it bounces off the fires. Still confident that you made contact, you swung the shovel well, but whatever is protecting this entity protected her.
Okay.
John?
Attack. For not hitting.
Okay, you don't hit. Roach King goes. Roach King does not hit. And that is a 7 on the dice. It is the Undertaker's turn again. And they do the same thing. They wildly swing with their fists.
Are the moves all random?
What was that?
Are the moves that they use all random?
Yes, for this particular creature. Specifically called out as being random actions.
This is against me or
This
John?
is against Gray.
Against John.
Against John. Same thing. Makes another wild hit at you. Make a defense roll. Same thing, 14. Add your agility if you have it.
2.
2. 4. Oh!
What'd I get?
You got a 4! I saw it.
Good eye, man.
But same thing.
That's the first time I've ever seen Gray wince when rolling a die. By the way.
I had to roll 3 or a 4 or be unconscious.
Yeah.
And then I'd roll a d4 to see what happens to me as I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
Which,
No, it still might happen. Don't roll yet. Well, keep that number, though. Keep that number.
It's the same thing. Your armor protects your life again against this fist. If it was the shovel hitting you, you might not have made it. But the fist allows you to survive. It is back to you, Sop.
Shovel. Miss.
Okay, Mr. Shovel. John?
I don't think you're supposed to stand and bite in this system.
I think we just got the bad stats for it. 12.
12 hits.
2.
Exactly. Same thing. As much as you're deflecting her hits, she's deflecting yours. It is the Roach King. Ooh, Roach King hits. Well, Roach King hits. Not as much as that first swing, but still makes contact.
Sure.
It is their turn again. Ooh, everyone make a defense roll. Well, both of you. You guys are in close range. The Roach King is a little further out. Nope.
10.
10. Both
Also
of you.
no.
Both of you fail. 3 points of damage. You have armor, so you can.
And I can roll
4.
I can roll for my armor as well.
Do you have armor?
Here we go.
You take 3 points of damage.
Yeah. I'm down.
Where are you at?
0.
You're at 0, so you're down. Oh, listen, because if you go negative, you're dead. And then the reference.
I got hit once in this fight. Well, hold on. Now I need to roll for it, no?
Yeah, you need to roll for broken.
Which is a D4?
D4.
4 means you die.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 2, so now I need to roll a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Broken or severed limb.
Cool.
And then I can't act for a D4 rounds, then become active with 4 HP.
Okay.
Which is more than I start with?
Imagine it's just healing.
Yeah, up to 4 would be.
Yeah, probably up to 4, up to your max.
Cannot act for 1 round.
For 1 round,
Yeah.
what do you use to defend yourself? How do you defend yourself from this attack?
Both hands up with the shovel, like she did earlier.
And as she swings about, Gray's armor protecting him again, your hands, as you brunt of that, take that on the arm of the damage from the shovel and your arm, and it breaks your forearm on your left side as you fall unconscious from the sheer pain as you get knocked over, shovel skewing slightly to your side.
Do I get knocked into filth? No, I'm just kidding.
You begin hidden. That was her turn. You're down 1 round. Next round, you'll be back to being conscious.
Mm-hmm.
John.
Can I grab the shovel and attack?
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
Grab the shovel and attack.
Go for it.
Do you drop your sword? It's two-handed, right?
Yeah, I'll assume he will drop his sword.
I got a 10.
Oof, just missed. Roach King. Oh, fucking shit. It's a 4, so it's not the worst.
Mörk Borg, baby.
Mörk Borg! All right, back to her turn. Same thing. She swings out, striking just you, because you're the only one in range.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me a defense roll again. This is 12. It's not 14. Okay.
9.
Give me your armor.
What does she roll?
Give me your armor
was
check.
it a 6?
It's a 4.
Okay, so I gotta go a 3 or a 4. Got a 3. I'm
Okay.
unconscious.
So
no.
you got 1 damage.
Yeah, I got 1 damage, bud.
You take 1.
I didn't take any damage last time.
Yeah, you take 1 damage as she flails about, swinging wildly at you. Take 1 damage. You're at 1 right now?
You're only taking 1 damage.
I'm only taking 1. I'm at 2.
You're at 2. Okay.
So any attack can kill me.
All right.
Which hasn't really hasn't changed much. But any attack can kill me.
You did 1 round already unconscious.
This is my round unconscious.
Yeah, but she attacked. That's her turn. We're back. We already went past.
But it's never. Oh, you skipped me?
Yeah, I said because John went. You will go before John.
Yeah,
It's her.
It's Roach
went.
King's turn.
Yeah.
Roach King already he missed.
Oh,
He
that's
rolled
right.
a 4.
Right. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it is
But that
back-
was on the same turn. So
no. We've already gone 1 round.
he's only attacked once since I went down and I go before
Yeah.
him.
You went down. He grabbed the shovel, swung.
And attacked,
Yeah. And then Roach King
missed.
Then
Yeah.
she attacked, and now we're back to you.
which would be the first round of me being unconscious.
No, that already happened. You went unconscious
I went unconscious.
Yeah.
Then he grabbed the shovel and swung.
because that skips your turn. Because it's his turn. You go first in your group initiative.
Oh, because I didn't go down on my turn.
Yeah, you went down
You're
on
right,
her
you're
turn.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get 1 health point back.
You are back up. Your left arm broken.
Yeah.
The shovel now gone.
Yeah.
You see John wielding it, but you do see his sword on the ground.
Oh, that's cooler. I was gonna pull my sword. Yeah, I'll scramble for his sword. Okay, here's a big question. I don't know why I'm doing this. Is my left arm or right arm broken?
It's
Do you
left.
want to roll for it? It was the left arm?
I said left arm there.
You said left arm?
We could change it if you want.
No, it's fine.
Are you going to make yourself?
No,
Okay.
it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
You love to nerf yourself, even in a horrid system.
I hit. What's the die? Sword?
D4.
D4?
You hit?
Yeah. I love seeing you roll and then make like Jesus Christ faces. 3.
You swing, make contact. Your right hand still nimble enough, still accurate enough to make good contact against even ignoring the biting pain from your broken arm. That fire, that pale fire that seems to protect her, absorbs the blow. Doesn't degrade and deplete like the previous one that you wielded, but you don't make good contact against her. John?
Jubble. 4.
4 on the roll? God. All right. Roach King, let's do this. That's a 7. Yeah. Ooh, good dice.
And now I'm back in the mix, so you could roll to see who's gonna get hit.
She attacks everybody. She hits a 6 on her die.
It is the dice roll where everyone gets hit. So give me their defense rolls.
Crit.
You're fine.
6.
You roll for your armor.
What does she roll?
She rolled a 1. You're gonna be fine.
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I don't
you
even
both-
need to roll for that.
You both are fine. You dodged this. You've seen this attack before. You can time it a little better. You get out of the way of her fist. You still take the hit, but your armor.
Wait, did you crit your dice roll?
Yeah.
You get a free attack.
Oh fuck! Yeah, I forgot about that. You get a free attack.
Yes.
Hit?
No.
No? Miss? Okay. Still,
Yeah.
opportunity.
Free. Yeah.
Back to you. Thank you. Good catch. I forgot about that.
Ooh. Strength.
Yes.
It's a good thing I have a -1. That puts me at an 11.
Good.
As I once again veer off of that flame.
Yeah. John?
Four.
Ah, Roach King's doing work over here, eh? He does the damage. Ooh, it's almost a full. That's a 5.
He's got the experience of age.
She rolled a 4 on her armor, so she takes a fucking massive load of 1 to the face. That's great. All right.
I'm surprised she has this much health.
She doesn't.
We've
The crazy
just been-
part.
We've just been deflected on every single attack.
Oh, she has good deflect. Gotcha.
She's just been rolling her defenses higher than our damage.
Yeah. She has good deflect.
Yeah,
Good
the defense, the armor she has is really good.
Yeah.
This is a random attack. This is going to be Sav.
Mm-hmm.
So make a defense roll. This is now harder. This is a DR 14.
I got a critical 7.
I think you're going down again.
I literally can't not.
Oh, it's a 6.
I'm dead.
I think you're dead, yeah. Oh my god.
How do I die? Because it's permadeath, so you could actually describe it as gore as you want.
Yeah. She balls up her fist, angry that she missed you last time, angry that you're back up, rears back, punches through the lower half of your face, caving in your jaw into the upper part of your clavicle, bones breaking as you feel that as the light leaves your eyes and your consciousness slips away as she semi-buries your body into the dirt beneath you.
I'm dead.
John.
Finally. 14.
14 hits. Give me that damage.
2.
Well, she rolled lower than that. You do damage. You hit her. Roach King. Ah, fuck. Roach King misses with his whip. All right. Here we go. She swings wildly again. Give me your defense roll.
13.
13. You duck it. You dip it. Your turn. Your go.
It was on 19, and then it decided to just flip over to 3.
Oh, good. Good. Oh, sorry. What's your corpse doing stuff?
Currently, blood is gushing out from the caved-in, exploded lower jaw as it fills into the grave that I've fallen into. I am perfectly where she wanted me to be, which is already in an empty grave, as I am filling the empty grave with blood that is just pouring out of my open jaw.
Nice. Good.
Thanks for the player agency.
Yeah, I want to make sure you had your moment. She goes again. 2. Oh, she seems to kind of rear back as you see the runes flicker and glow on her. She kind of preps herself. Your turn, John.
Attack.
That's crazy.
3
It's
on the
not
die.
that crazy considering we have no modifiers at all.
It still should be a 40% chance. You guys are missing.
Oh, no. We are rolling incredibly low.
My rolls are normal.
Yeah, actually.
To be fair, yeah.
I don't do good in any game I have to roll.
Fucking shit. I've rolled like 7, 2, 7. There's another 2. It's her turn again.
What's his name go?
Yeah,
That
Roach King
was a 7.
Rolled a,
Or 2.
it was a 2.
I thought you were deciding her attack.
This is the skeletal hands again. I'm gonna decide between 2 of you. It is Roach King again.
The rest one?
The hands coming from the ground. Ooh,
Yeah.
That was a D12.
Rest now.
Yeah. Lucky son of a bitch. Yeah, he escapes it again. It's a DR 14. He does a 15. He gets out of it just barely. Escapes these hands that come and crawl at him. Go on, John.
Shovel.
That was going to be double the damage if it hit.
15.
15 hits. 3.
That's right.
3 is... You got to get better than that.
2.
Doesn't make contact. Roach King. This is where I could see the system dragging.
It's okay.
Is the armor. He misses.
Yeah, it's funny though, because if it didn't,
I actually really like the armor.
I think
the armor's
works.
fine. But because if it didn't exist, you just would die all the time.
You needed armor.
I know.
I know.
Give me a DR save. 12.
If it didn't exist,
4 on the die.
points to grave.
3.
How much HP do I have? 2 HP?
You had 2.
I have 2 HP now. How much did she do?
3.
So I'm unconscious.
You hit 0?
Yes.
Okay. Give me the... What was the rules?
I got a
D4.
2.
You got a 2, so same as Sav.
Roll a d6.
What'd you get?
A 6.
Lost eye.
So I got 1 eye, and I can't act for 1d4 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
For 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then
When you come back, it's a D4 for health.
3 HP when I come back.
Okay. As she strikes out at you, you use the shovel to try to defend yourself, and the spike of the shovel, kind of as you wince, hits the side of your face as you lose that eye. That was her turn. Goes to you. 1 round passes for you. Roach King goes to attack with a 2, mighty 2. This is a fucking cooked dice. This is crazy. Her turn again. That is I think this is the specific attack. No, she same thing, rears up, runes flicker. That is her turn. Second turn for you, John, and then Roach King goes again. As his whip hits this creature, as it wraps around and the fire lights up, ignites, melting the whip as it about halfway.
So is it time to do the cooldown?
It is her turn again. As she approaches the Roach King and tries to strike at him, he has to defend himself. Good Lord, 16. Give me those when I want to hit. Fucking give me those when I want to hit. Jesus fucking Christ. He dodges. He does not get hit. Back to you, John. You come back up at 3. Your vision seems a little more flat now.
Mm-hmm.
A little less 3-dimensional.
Come on, 20. 6.
It causes you to swing wildly with this shovel.
My depth perception.
The Roach King scurries over to this sword from the corpse of... say it again for me. Your name?
Aegis.
Aegis.
My god, man.
I get in my head. I keep going both different pronunciations. Leave me alone.
Aegis.
He keeps going Aegis.
I know. I'm just going through all the mispronunciations of Aegis.
Aegis.
Yeah. So Aegis' corpse leaves the.
Doesn't matter. He's dead.
Yeah.
Aegis.
Misses again. Lovely. 4. What's 4? Oh, this is the power. The fucking search to the ground. Back to the Roach King.
Can I? What do you need?
Give me a D20.
Yeah. I don't need it anymore. Can I make a comment?
Sure.
I feel like you're starting to rush because you feel like this is getting bogged down. I'm still having a very good time. You don't need to.
Sure. I'm just.
I know it's like the craziest string of low rolls for everyone, but I'm still having a good time.
Yeah. He finally fails. This Roach King is so fucking lucky. The ability that was the last turn was she does double the damage on the next attack. She rolled a 1 on a D8.
So it's double 2.
So it's 2. He has enough health to take it. But he is now knocked prone as he is semi-dragged into the ground. Oh my god.
Does he not get armor for that?
He does not have armor.
Oh. That makes sense.
Yep, back to you.
Shovel.
7?
Was
Nat
it a
1.
Nat 1?
Oh!
As you... One of the other options is lost. As you try to wield this shovel against her, she clasps it from your hand and rips it from yours as she gains her shovel again and kind of re-grips it and kind of looks back and begins to raise it again.
Ooh. Looking at home with her shovel.
At home with her shovel. All right, it is the Roach King again, swinging with the sword. 19, that's awesome. What was it? A D4?
Yes.
Sword D4, yeah.
Okay, this is
Then
his.
rolls a 1, and then she rolls a 6.
He rolled a 1, and she rolled a 4. So no damage. It's great.
Does he want my sword? My sword's D6.
Is
I'm
it?
not using it.
I mean, she does the power-up ability again, so no damage gets hit. Well, he did grab the one that you had.
No, that's
I
mine.
was using his sword.
Yeah, but your sword was destroyed, no?
Oh, what was destroyed on mine? Oh, yeah, my sword was destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Back to you, John.
Fuck it, I'm a puncher.
Go for it. Was it a 20?
That's an 18.
18, good. Yeah, you hit her.
What's a punch?
What is a punch in this? I can look it up for you if you'd like.
Sure. I don't know what a punch would be. My head says a D4 because I want to give you a D4.
But because of weapons in this game, that almost feels too powerful.
It does.
Probably gonna be a D2.
Let's say
anything.
D2.
Alright, so evens 2, odds 1.
A very low likelihood you're actually going to do
Evens 2.
2. Hoping for a 1. It's a 1.
Alright.
You do. The robes are tattered. There's not much left to this creature, but she is still standing. Roach King.
Now Roach King at once.
Typically does 1 damage.
Give him a chance.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, 9. Doesn't hit.
I was just curious about the rules.
Her turn again. Am I gonna fucking 99 percentile you guys again?
That's our.
No, she powers up again.
That is our specialty.
Power up twice in a row?
No, she
Oh, okay.
did the graveyard thing to
Okay.
to him. But yeah,
I was gonna say, I feel like you should re-roll if it's power up twice.
she beheld the power again. Down.
Punch.
Go for it.
2.
2 on the. Okay, good.
No. 3 on the die. 2.
Good. Roach King, save him. 13. It hits. It's a 2. It's her turn. All right. This is now that you're both in range. She gets to do the one where she hits everybody in range.
Mm-hmm.
Defense from everybody.
Defense from everybody. Roach King's fine.
What's the? I had 13.
It's 12 is the base.
13.
So you both are fine. You both.
Oh, wow. That would have been double damage, too.
Yep. If that landed, that would have been double damage.
Okay. Punch.
Punch.
17.
17 hits. Give me that D2.
1. Odd. 2 even. 2.
She rolled 2.
I find this very intense, though. Like somebody's gonna come out on top.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Roach King rolled 7. Behold power again. So you guys get another off turn.
Okay. Are any of the weapons from the dead people nearby?
Yes.
Can I run, get
They're
it,
like
and then come back and
20
attack?
feet away.
They were. So their skirmish was. They came out of the hut. She was about 10 feet away. They, in the ensuing fight, got there. So I would probably roll to see if what you're closest to.
Okay.
If you want to run to it and be able to use a melee, it would take a lot.
All right. What about the crossbow?
If you want to specifically go for the crossbow, you can go for the crossbow and you can fire it.
Is that within range?
It'd be
You
in
said
range
you were
of-
gonna roll for which one's in range.
in terms, like if you wanted to grab a melee weapon and be able to come back, it would have to be the closest.
But the crossbow,
But
not
the crossbow,
necessarily.
if you would just be able to go to it, and
Okay.
if you want to use a
Yeah, I'll
crossbow,
go get the crossbow and then
you go to the crossbow.
I'll shoot.
There are some bolts that are lying around that you could fire with it. This is agility, I think.
The crossbow's bow breaks.
That's crazy. As you go, whatever damage it took and its user, it is weakened on one of the sides as you go to fire, and the spring, the what do you call it? The string on it, boom, flies off.
Yeah, see, my die when it hit
wild.
the ground and came to the the near stop, it did that thing where it rolls on the faces, and then just went 1.
Range is actually presence. That's weird.
Oh, presence.
Yeah.
14 Roach King hits.
Come on, Rochi.
Fuck. It's a 1 on the dice. So yeah, just. It's a D4 on that sword?
Yes.
Fuck. All right. Return again. It's a 1. Roach King is the only one in melee. She did Behold Power before this, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
He does not save against that. She hits the Roach King with 8 damage.
Oh my
As she
God.
swings about wildly, the Roach King gets broken into pieces as the arm swings through, breaking off parts of his torso. As the body's still reacting, the head gets severed. As the arms still move wildly, as these pieces are still raining in the air, she's knocking it down into the ground. The Roach King has passed.
Wow.
John?
What is the biggest weapon within my reach right now?
There is a short sword and a staff near you. You can see also near the ground, there is a sacred scroll, or there's a scroll that is near the staff.
What do I have to do to read scrolls?
You use your presence.
I'm gonna grab the scroll then.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It is specifically called out as a random scroll. So I just got to see where the scrolls are, and I'll let you roll it for what scroll you get. Okay, give me a D10.
10.
You are surprisingly efficient on your phone.
This scroll is the Enochane syntax. One creature blindly obeys a single command. It's a D12 presence test to use it.
Does it say anything else about what that command may be?
It is just a single command. Obeys a single command.
I would imagine contained to like a sentence.
Yeah, but like, can it be kill yourself?
If it doesn't say
If
no.
It's one creature blindly obeys a single command.
All right, so I gotta make a D12 presence.
D12 presence. You lose D2 HP if you fail. It is a presence check.
Oh my god.
Well, you know, damned if I do, damned if I don't.
That's so cool.
Sure.
If you succeed, there's a very good chance that she's gonna kill herself. I believe she's powered currently as well. No, she's not.
No.
But either way, it's her hitting herself full force with whatever random attack. But if you fail, you are you? What's your health right now? 3?
2.
2.
No, 3. Yeah, 3. Because I came
Okay.
back up with 3.
So if you fail,
I'm still
you're
alive.
Still up.
But then she could still just come and murk me afterwards.
Yeah.
She could just come and Mörk Borg me afterwards. I'm using an omen.
Oh yeah, your omens.
Oh shit! What do the omens do?
Maximum damage, reroll, minus D6 damage, DR -4, or no crit / fumble. I completely forgot about that.
I forgot about that too.
And they're so
That could've
faint.
saved
They're so
you.
faintly written right there underneath the silver.
Yeah.
I forgot it. That could have saved you.
17.
Okay.
Kill yourself.
I will say the willingness to kill herself. She will take the shovel. She's already at very low health. She takes the shovel, listening to the command. As you read this scroll, the powers light up. Your incantations on this sacred scroll release its power. She is overcome by it. She takes the shovel, swings it wildly into the air, and then lowers it down as it severs her own head. As head flies away and the body collapses. As the runes fade. John, you now stand silently, the buzzing of the insects taking over again. You are surrounded by corpses. Fresh corpses. The ones in the hut, the ones of your former allies. What do you do?
I'm going to take the shovel and run east.
Towards the Shadow King's manse?
Yes.
Okay. As you do, you take the shovel. In your grasp, the shovel makes the Shadow King's palace grow closer. And as you run, you feel you will get there. You will reach the Shadow King's palace with enough time. And that's where the one shot ends.
Oh, we don't get to know what happens at the Shadow King's palace?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
He's just making his way towards it. That is the one shot. That is Graves left wanting.
Damn.
Ah, man, that's a bummer. I forgot about the omens.
It's fine. I
could've
kind of
saved
wanted
you.
to see what would happen if one of us died anyways. I didn't know if there was going to be more to the story. My original pitch was if he wasn't going to be important to the story, if you could quickly just like refurbish my sheet and I could be the Roach King.
You could have been. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, if we're going to do a break and no, I meant if there was more story.
Oh, sure.
Continue the story with with John and the Roach Herder. Honestly, barring the fact that we rolled poorly, but you can't blame the system for us
Sure.
rolling under 5s the whole time on our attacks. I like it. I like the armor. I like the low health. Immediately though, the first thing I would want to do if I was to actually play this system is to just use like standard D&D rolling for the abilities. It's the only part that I didn't like about this so far.
What do you mean?
The abilities being so
4d6, take the highest 3 for the abilities.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I really enjoyed this.
Well, like I said, it's like you're just commoners, really.
Yeah, I'm
And
okay with that though.
You get better, slightly better, or slightly worse because you could lose ability score leveling up.
Well, all the potential allies in the
Mhm.
game were about your guys' health. There were 2 to 4.
I imagine.
I think the difference was I think they did have armor, except for the Roach Herder. Roach Herder did not have armor.
I don't want to go too deep into it because we still have the cooldown to do. But yeah, hot damn, man.
Yeah.
That was a lot. I was thinking as we were going through it, I was like, we did the first half of the one shot, and I was like, we didn't test the system at all. I didn't roll anything.
I think the way that this was designed is you could potentially do it without any combat. Oh, except for the last one. The last one was supposed to be a combat. But everything else could be...
As in the
people in the hut were designed to be friendly.
What would have happened if we just walked east? Would we still have gotten to the tree? How fixed was that is kind of my question.
What you encountered is all random.
Is all random.
So walking into the graveyard is you get a random encounter of what you're going to come across. You just
Is there always a random encounter that bars you from walking east until the end of the session?
There is no way to get to the palace without the shovel.
Without the shovel. So all of them lead to
They all lead
the
to different
Undertaker.
locations. So in this one shot, you guys only visited one place.
Of course.
Yeah, but there's 3 other locations you could have visited.
Do they all lead to a shovel?
They all lead. Everything ends up at the Undertaker's hut.
Okay.
Everything ends there. The Roach Herder is the only character named in the one shot that specifically takes you to the Undertaker's hut.
Mm.
He's the fast track to get to the Undertaker's hut, and you found him on your first. That section of the tree is all one area.
Okay.
So that the tree to the Roach Herder's thing is the first area you guys went to.
Okay. All right. Well, before we keep talking about this, let's save it for the cooldown.
Sure.
I really enjoyed it. As brutal as it was, I think, I would want normal stats just to be able to do stuff.
Yeah,
And then,
I agree with you.
yeah. And that would inherently fix the health as well. So, like, I don't mind the rolling for health. It's still going to be relatively low, even if you had normal stats. But I would want the normal stats. And then also I probably wouldn't do if you go into negative, you immediately die. I would have it always be on that table because it's a 1 in 4 chance that you die.
I'm right now. My thought would be if you did the normal rolling and then give you guys like 2 points to play with to like boost your stats.
I think just normal rolling because you got to think normal rolling, even in this system, is very likely going to be in the 0 to +1
Oh yeah,
range.
because there's that range where
It's very likely going to be in that 0 to +1 range anyway.
True.
So,
anyways,
but yeah, I had a good time. I'm bummed I never got to spend my 40 silver. But yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
No, definitely. All right. Well, we will see you next time for the cooldown for Mörk Borg. I'm honestly looking forward to the next adventure.
Next thing we do.
I'm also looking forward to you having to write something for Mörk Borg instead of it being an off the shelf.
If we're gonna continue this, then it would be
Miyazaki film from hell.
Yeah. Well, it would be Gray in the Shadow King's palace, having met somebody in that general area, probably, and
Sure.
probably done a couple things.
Another lost soul.
where
Yeah.
that's where you come in.
That's
Yeah.
fine. But no,
And-
I'd be excited to play this again. Like I enjoyed it. All right.
I do think the armor thing is a little interesting.
I think
Yeah.
it's really cool.
I think
We'll
it
talk
dragged
about
a
it
little bit. Yeah.
In the cooldown though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, thank you for listening. We'll see you next week talking about a cooldown for Mörk Borg, where we will talk about the story, the rules, and all of that good stuff. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit bells, and we have links in the description as well as links to Mörk Borg and maybe this adventure, at least information about the adventure.
Yeah, adventure
Yeah.
information about it.
But we will see you next week.
Bye.